180 bucks, 20 bucks for a holster, 200 bucks, and you have a pretty nice little gun. So, all right, what's up guys? I'm just gonna do a video of the Ruger LCP 380. It's been around for a long time. It's a gun that's always caught my attention because it's so cheap as far as like a little pocket gun or micro carry, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's just a little tiny, super lightweight, only 6+1 guns. There's all kinds of videos about it with mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people say it's trash for under 200 bucks. I mean, what else can you really get? So I picked one up. I want to kind of check it out. So I'm gonna do a review and then put a couple rounds through it and tell you guys what I think about it. So stay tuned. All right guys, so right out of the box, this is what you get. I didn't show a picture of the box. It's just a cardboard box. Nothing spectacular. The gun comes in a bag with a lot of oil on it. They give you a pocket holster and a different end for the magazine, which we'll go ahead and show that. So you can have the little pinky extension here on your mag, or just the flat plate on it, whichever you prefer. So yeah, you get the pocket holster, which, let me make sure this is safe for you guys. Yep, safe, nothing inside there. Lock it back. So yeah, fits in there pretty nicely. You can put it in your pocket. Has the little wing on there, so it's less detectable, I guess. It's extremely small. I mean, I like the size of it. You can definitely tell it's not the highest quality gun just by the feel of it. A little rough in certain spots. The sights, they're actually molded, or they're actually a part of the upper slide, so there's no adjusting that or anything like that. They're on there, and what you see is what you get. Which, I mean, you can get these at Palmetto State Armory on sale for like 180 bucks. So at that price, I mean, I don't feel you can be too picky. But yeah, it's a tiny gun. I mean, look at that. It fits in the palm of your hand. Really slim. I mean, here's a comparison of it next to my iPhone 15. I mean, it's honestly not much bigger. It might be a little thicker, but as far as fitting in your pocket, that's a good size comparison for you right there. For how tiny it is, honestly, it doesn't feel that bad in the hand. I mean, I'm kind of impressed with it, to be honest. I mean, I haven't shot it yet, but we'll go shoot it here shortly and see what I think about it after that. But let's feel the triggers. I mean, yeah, the trigger, definitely nothing to brag about, but I mean, for the price, I think this would be a perfect pocket gun. Affordable, super lightweight. Like I said in my last video, I love small, compact micro guns. If you want to have some personal protection and you don't want to be carrying around a ton of weight, this is perfect. Now, I'm a big fan of Kydex holsters. That's just what I prefer. I don't like, when it's hot out and you start sweating, I don't like the feel of leather, especially if it's in my waistband getting sweaty. So I actually found this holster. It's a Polecraft, just one off of Amazon for 20 bucks. If you guys are interested, I can put the link in the description down below. But yeah, it's actually got good retention. Nice little belt clip on there. Once again, super small footprint, which I like. Even with the mag inserted. 180 bucks, 20 bucks for a holster, 200 bucks, and you have a pretty nice little gun. So, all right, to disassemble and take the slide off of this guy, obviously, make sure you get the mag out. Make sure it's cleared again. It's cleared, nothing in there. So you're gonna wanna make sure the hammer is in the back position. So I'll pull the trigger just to show you guys what I mean. So you wanna make sure that you have it in this position before you go to take the slide off. So for this gun, you're gonna actually need a little flathead or some sort of tool to pull this pin out. You just gotta get it up under here, just like that. Pull it out. Once you have it out, you can actually see, I don't know if you'll be able to see, there's a little spring in there that keeps that pin in place. So once you have it off, you'll just go ahead and slide right off the receiver. Got your receiver right here. Super tiny, lightweight. And then you got your spring. You'll want to make sure that you hang on to this guy so it doesn't go flying when you pull it out. Got your spring. And then your barrel. Just pick it up, slide it out. Little tiny guy. And then here's your slide. Like again, like I said earlier, you can actually see the front rear sight are all part of the slide, so there's no adjustment, no moving them around, no changing them out, no nothing. All right, so that's how you take it apart. I'll go ahead and put it back together. Barrel goes in. Pretty self-explanatory on how the barrel goes in there. There's a little groove. Put the spring in there. And again, this spring there's multiple parts to it. So there's a spring inside of a spring, and then there's the rod. So just make sure you don't let it get away from you, because the pieces will be going all over. So I keep my finger on top, slide it back. It locks into that little groove right there. So that is on there. And then make sure your trigger hasn't been depressed since you did this, because if it has, you won't be able to get the slide on there. So just make sure it hasn't been depressed. If it has, watch, I'll show you. So if it's in this position, you can just pull it back. It's locked back, and then you'll be able to get your slide on. All right, so you'll just line it up and you'll slide it on there just like that. All right, so you'll have to pull the slide back a little bit, and you'll have to come in at an angle to get this pin back in here. So let me hold it like this. Come in at an angle. And you don't want to pull the slide back too far, because then it's going to not be able to go in the hole. So you just kind of find the sweet spot. Come back a tiny bit. Whoop. And just right there, you'll feel it's not a whole lot that you actually have to come back, and then it'll just slide right in. So once it's in, you can do a couple function tests, rack it back. Obviously, safe direction. Obviously, this is empty. We've already verified it numerous times. Pull the trigger. And you are all set. All right, so now that I've gone over the gun with you guys, took it apart, let's load it up, take it out, put a couple rounds through it, and see what I think about it. Oh, by the way, this ammo is what I'll be shooting in it. 380 auto, 95 grain full metal jacket. Just stuff I had. I don't even know how old this is, but it's ammo, and we'll see what it does with it. Obviously, this wouldn't be what I would be using if I was going to be carrying it concealed for personal protection. So we'll see how it does with this. I might use some of the ammo that I will use for carry, but we'll see. So let's get it loaded up. I'm kind of curious to see if it jams, especially with ammo that's not all fancy. Some people say that it's real finicky with the ammo, but we will see. It's pretty stiff, pretty quick. Good grief. All right. There we go. Get her seated. So, all right, guys, we're out here. We're gonna put a couple rounds through it and see what I think. It is raining. I guess it just makes the situation that more realistic. Let's see how reliable it is if it gets a little water on it, and you never know. Defense situation, you might be having to use it in the rain. So, all right, we're gonna go live and see how it is. Well, come on. There we go. Little finicky. I'll try to do a couple rounds pretty quick, see how it is. I mean, it did not jam on me, but the trigger, I can definitely see what people are saying about the trigger. It is definitely very mushy. but it cycled through all those rounds without any problems. So I'll load it up again and we'll do it one more time. So I will say you definitely have to give it some love. You can't be gentle with it. You kind of got to force the slide back in when you get it loaded up. So we'll shoot a couple more rounds through it. There's so much slop in the trigger on the reset, but I mean, for 180 bucks, can you really complain? Final thoughts on the Ruger LCP 380. I mean, for the money, you're I don't think you can go wrong. You can have it on you, it's lightweight. Yeah, it's not the best shooting, but are you really gonna be out there for 2 hours putting all kinds of rounds through it? No. It's something that you can easily carry. If you're a female, you know, your wife, your daughter, they could easily put it in leggings, have protection. So for all those reasons, I highly recommend it. I mean, yeah, when I was shooting it, I can see what people are saying about the trigger sucks. It does, but let's be real, it's a gut gun. Someone's coming after you, you're gonna need to put a couple rounds into them, and for that 180, 200 bucks, you can't go wrong. So overall, I really enjoy it, and I thought it was a good gun. Yeah, not the best shooting. You gotta kind of give it some love and be rough with it, but other than that, it's a good gun. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, tell me what you guys think about it, or if you guys have one, love to hear what you guys have to say about it. I know some people change out some things on them, but as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it's a budget gun, and why mess with it if you don't need to?